Hey, welcome to AntLab Games. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Francis.
Today we're going to play Xenofera.
Alright, Xenofera is designed by Liz Gatra, currently on Kickstarter. It is a set collection card game, 2 to 5 players.
Yes.
And plays in about 30 to 75 minutes.
Right. We are hunters.
We are hunters.
In the Great Royal Huntsman Tournament.
Yes.
Hunting for alien wildlife.
Weird animals.
Very strange. Very strange. So we are playing with a Kickstarter prototype, and so keep that in mind when you see it. They look quite good, but
yeah,
you know, there's a few cards in there that obviously the art's not finished on yet. But we will take it to the table and show you how to play.
Yes.
All right, welcome to the table. Here you see Xenofera.
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 I have no idea.
I think you put the emphasis on the wrong syllable. So let's go over the components very quick, and I'll show you how we set this up, and then we'll get into it. So what we have are a number of decks of cards. It's just a card game, but it's not like a deck builder, and you'll see that it has very different mechanics, I would think. It's more set collection than it is deck builder. But you're going to have a draw deck, a creature deck, a huntsman deck, a collection deck, and then battle decks. And then you're going to have your own hand of cards. But we're only going to use these 2 decks for the initial setup, but we'll go through the setup now. So I've shuffled everything up, and we're each going to get 2 of these huntsman cards. This is going to determine who we're going to be, who our avatar is.
Because we are the huntsman.
We are the huntsman. So you deal out 2 to each player, and we're going to pick one of these 2, and we are going to use that hunter for the rest of the game. And each hunter has different abilities, different stats. Interesting.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, I think I've chosen.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this guy.
Okay.
So we have our huntsman. I've chosen Seidel Sud, and he's just better at everything.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. And who are you?
But he has, up here we have like our build, what he contributes to a build and what he contributes to collection. To
a hunt, yeah.
So he has more power than a lot of the other hunts.
But he has no other abilities.
Yeah, exactly. So I chose Rai. He only has 1 and 1. But during his turn, this huntsman can rearrange the creatures in his cages.
Oh, cool.
Creatures are still restricted to cages of the correct size, but that's really helpful. So I'm doing
it. So we'll put them down for now. And we'll explain what all this means as soon as we start going. So that was the first thing we do is we get our huntsman. Now we go for the creature deck, right? And we're going to go ahead and it's been shuffled, and we're going to reveal the top 5 creatures. And this is called our line of sight. So this is what we're going to be hunting. So the object of this game is really to hunt and capture creatures on this wild planet. And we're going to have certain objectives, right, that we're going to be picking. So the line of sight is what we can see, what we can target, what we can go after, and it's got a size of 5, really. That's what we put out to it. So that will adjust at some points during the game, but we'll get back to that. So the next thing you do is you take the collection deck. We're going to shuffle the deck, and we're going to deal 2 cards face down to each player, just like we did with the huntsman. And this is, if you will think of it as an objective card, it's going to tell you what you're sort of going for the end of the game, and what your mission is on this planet. It's more or less what they want you to capture. Interesting.
Very interesting.
This one's pretty cool. So these are hidden. Okay. So we'll reveal those later. I'll take your extra.
There's the extra
huntsman card as well. All right. So those are gonna go. So we're gonna keep those hidden. We'll show you guys what they are in a bit. So the others are gonna go back in the deck, and the deck goes on the side of the play area. So we shuffle this up because I think at some point we are allowed to. Certain cards allow you to go and take different
additional
collection cards. But we'll keep those up there and off to the side for now. Battle cards we have. So we each have a set of battle cards. We each have a turn card. And finally, the draw deck. So we're going to take, and I've already done this, so you take 2 small animal cages, 2 steel cages, and 2 glass enclosures with dividers. You take them out of the deck. And then we take 1 expedition member for each player from the deck. So we're each going to get one of these. And then we're going to shuffle these and deal each player 1, and the rest are going to go back in the deck. So I'll just randomly, I'll let you pick
The
one.
crew members go in the shuffled deck.
It doesn't really matter because they're expedition members, so they're all the same.
Oh, okay.
So it's really just the art on these that's different.
Okay, so we take one.
Yep, just take one. I take one, and I will shuffle these back in the main draw deck. And then once I shuffle these in, we are going to each get cards. All right, so I've shuffled the deck, and we each get one of these. So we're going to really basically start our hands, right? Because we're going to get 6 cards each in our total hand. So once we have those 2, now I shuffle the deck, and we get 4 additional cards. And that'll bring our hand size up to 6.
Yep.
And then the draw deck goes here. And now this is essentially what we get to start with. So what's the object of the game? The object of the game is obviously to have the highest number of points at the end of the game. We're going to get points by completing our collection objectives, as well as getting points from a number of other things. You also lose points if you fail your objective. So we'll go through all that as we go along. But the object of the game is, and it's very, very simple as far as turn order goes, right? And the player aid tells you exactly what you need to do. You're allowed to play 2 action cards, and those cards, they say action right on them. So you're allowed to play up to 2 of those. And then you go into the build phase where you actually build any number of cages by utilizing your huntsmen and all of your crew, their build value, and if their build value has to be equal to or greater than the build requirement of the cage, and you can build a cage, and you're going to build a whole collection of cages. And then you're going to go into the capture phase, and that's where you can use your hunt stat on certain unused crew and your huntsmen to capture some of these monsters, and they all have different hunt requirements, hunt values, if you will. So if you have it, you take them, and depending on the size, you're going to fit them into one of your cages, and your cages have a limit of how many monsters they can hold. You have a limit of how many cages can go in your cargo bay, and you have a limit of, I believe, 5 crew members as well. Cages for a 2-player game is 9, I believe, right? So we're allowed to have up to 9 cages. There's cards that let you do reactions, and there's like certain instant abilities, there's things like that. So, and then there's going to be combat. So certain cards trigger combat between the 2 of us, which is what we use our battle cards for. So basically, that is it for the setup, and we could probably get started and jump right in. So remember, it's action. It's action, build, capture, and draw.
ABCD.
So, ABCD. And in the draw phase, you're allowed to discard any number of your cards from your hand and draw up to your 6-hand limit. And or
alternatively,
or you can draw 2 collection cards
and keep one.
And shuffle those back. So you can try to get more collection cards. The thing is, the more you have, great, the more points you get, but the more you fail, the more points you lose.
Right, exactly.
So you don't want to like have too many collection cards, because it's like, think of it as like taking a contract, right, to go capture creatures. And if you fail the contract, they're not very happy with you. And then you're going to renew all your huntsmen and crew members. So every time you activate a huntsman or a crew member, you sort of exhaust them, and that indicates that they're used. So if you used him to build, for example, he can't be used in the next phase to hunt. Right. So that's it. And then you refresh, and then the next player goes. So with that, I think we'll start the hunt. Okay, so you want to go ahead and show your collection card. I won't.
Sure. Yeah.
Just so people know what you're going for.
Okay, so I won't explain it, but you can see at the bottom where it shows you how many points you get if you make it and how many points you lose if you fail. Okay.
All right, and I will show mine. So here we go. This is what I have to collect. So I have to find creatures with this trait. I get 7 victory points per creature, and I will lose 3 if I fail per creature if I fail to complete this objective. So I need to capture.
Per creature?
It says per creature.
What?
Yeah, no good.
Are you done showing?
I'm done showing. All right, so I'm going to put this off to the side, just to save room here. My battle cards are going to go off to the side. We'll bring them in when we have it, because we're going to need some room here, because we need room for our crew. So this is like our crew quarters.
I'm going to move this over too.
And we're going to need room underneath for all of our cages. So that's it. I think, are you on? Yeah, you're still on screen, so you're good.
I'm just going to move these over here.
All right, cool. I think we're ready to go. So you
want me to go first?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Hold on. Here's the one thing. If you are dealt a Stampede card, and these are the only immediate action cards, if they come out during the draw phase while we draw cards, it gets played immediately, and all these creatures run off, and they go back to they go into the discard pile. We have to refresh it with 5 more, which in some cases could be good, but in other cases could be really bad, because if you've got your eyes on something that you want to hunt,
Yes.
that could really, put the screws to you. So I get to draw another card, make sure it's not a stampede. All right, we're good. And you don't have any stampedes, right?
Nope.
All right, cool.
All right.
So, 2 actions.
Well, this is gonna be pretty boring.
Why?
Because I don't really have much.
Oh,
I mean, I'll put my crew member out, so that's an action.
Yep.
And that's all I can do. I don't have any other actions. For the build phase, I actually don't have anything to build, and I can't capture anything because I don't have any cages.
Sweet.
So this is awesome. But I can discard and draw, and I am going to do that. I'm gonna, because I have 5 cards in my hand right now. I kind of like that. I'm gonna discard 1 card, and then I'm gonna draw 2. So.
Okay.
The discards go face up, right?
They do.
Okay, that's so.
All right.
So I'll draw 2, and I've got nothing to refresh. So.
Okay. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to do 2 actions. So first, we'll make it very, very simple. There's my action 1 and my action 2. So I've just got 2 crew members, basically, like a hire.
Oh, how'd you get 2 crew members?
I don't know.
That's cheap,
I had a
man.
nice starting hand. All right, so I got 2 crew members, and I start my action. I'll go into build phase now. So I've got 2, 4, 6 build. So I could. I'm going to exhaust all 3 of them for 6 build, and I'm going to build 2 steel cages.
Nice.
So steel cages cost 3 to build. They can hold 1 medium creature. So that's how that works, and then we'll stack the creatures on them to represent that they, they are filled. So that was my build. I can't go on the hunt because I don't have anybody left to hunt. So I can now discard. I'm not going to discard any, but I am going to draw up to my 4. Draw my 4 cards to get up to my 6 card limit. So
Okay.
that's it, and now I refresh,
And it's my turn.
and it's your turn.
Okay. So again, I don't have that many actions. I actually only have like really 1 that I can do. So I'm gonna do this. It's called Entice. Take another player's crew member from their crew quarters and put it in your crew quarters. I'll take this guy.
Hold on.
What?
Okay, go ahead. I want to make sure I didn't have a reaction card.
A reaction card for the crew.
Yeah, there's reaction.
I like this sleeve better.
All sorts of defensive
She's
reaction
kinda cool.
cards.
All right, so there we go. Build. I will build. I'll use both of these guys, and I'm going to build a glass enclosure with a divider. And that's 4. I exhausted 4, and I have 1 left. I could capture something. I could capture that weeping lizard. I don't know if I want to though.
How much capture do you have?
1.
Oh, all right. Yeah, there you go.
You know?
Why not?
No, I'm gonna pass on it for now.
You are?
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put these guys back up, and I'm not going to discard anything, but I am gonna draw. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna draw 2.
All right. So I'm going to bring out some more crew for my 2 actions. So I'll bring out another expedition member, but I'm also going to bring out an animal whisperer.
Jeez, where'd you get these cards?
He's pretty awesome. So he's got a 4 capture stat, which is great, but he cannot build. He's worth -4 points at the end of the game if I have him. So I got to find a way to get rid of him. But he's going to help me capture some guys right away.
Okay.
I think. Do I want to capture? Yeah, you know what? Do I want to capture a creature? So I have a medium cage, and I can only hold a medium creature, so I could technically capture the kissing cobra. So why not? Let me do that. I've got 2. That's the only medium. That's the only medium creature up here.
Yeah.
So I might as well just go ahead. I'll use my crew member, and I'm going to capture this kissing cobra. So I'm going to fix him to this cage here. So he is a reptiliac. It tells you what planet they're from. So all these traits on these cards are very important because they all are basically what these collection cards are based on. The traits, some of them are like what planet are they from, and what type of creature they are, and maybe some qualities of the creature depending. So that's all I can do. So this gets refreshed. It's another small one. All right, so I'm going to probably just draw 2 cards and refresh my guys, and you can go.
Ugh, I don't like our line of sight here.
No, I don't like it
not very
either.
Good. All right. Well, I'll put out this guy, crew member, and all small animals.
Yeah, no.
Alright, I'm gonna exhaust my huntsman and I'm gonna build just a small cage.
All right.
And then I will.
Don't you want the carnivore?
The carnivore? I know. I kind of do. I don't have anything that fits a large animal, though,
No, you
unfortunately.
don't. Nor do I.
All we have are small animals up there. The cabot is kind of cool. I think I'll take him.
The cabot?
The cabot.
All right.
So I will use, and what's he, 2?
2.
So I'll use this person, and I'll take the cabot, and I'll put him in my small animal cage.
All right, and then we have a
And a
Cyclops.
Triclops.
Interesting.
Interesting. That's weird.
Well, you can hold 2 creatures in that other cage. 2 smalls.
I can do 2 smalls or a medium, which is kind of cool. And I've got 4 capture points left.
Ooh.
I might take that tree hound.
Okay.
He seems kind of cool.
For 4.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So I'll take that.
That's a small, right?
Yep, he's small.
Flesh-eating deer. Those are good.
That's always good. Alright, so I'm gonna refresh these guys.
We have a flying pig.
And
When pigs fly.
When pigs fly. I'll take 2.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're all set?
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to play another crew member, an exozoologist. So that's it for my actions. I'm not going to do anything there, but I am going to use her to build another cage. So I've got a small cage there. I'm going to discard 2 cards and draw up 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Refresh, and then you can go. Ooh.
I drew like a bad take that card.
You did?
I did. I don't want to do it. It's so mean.
That's good. I appreciate that.
Actually, yeah, I can't really do either of those actions. Alright. So, I can't really do actions because I don't want to take any of the actions in my hand. Do I want to build something? I guess I'll use these guys and build this. Well, no, I want to build this. Turn that guy back. I'll use these 2. And I'm going to build this glass enclosure with divider, another one. I like those. And then what do I have? I have 3 capture points. I think I'll take the flesh-eating deer.
I would.
Right? He's pretty neat.
All right.
And what just came out? A
pygmy dark Pegasus.
I mean, I have 2 capture points left.
Yeah. 3.
No.
No, your main huntsman doesn't count?
I built this cage with these guys, and then I used those, so I used them already.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you used them to capture that?
Yep. My flesh-eating deer.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna discard... I'm gonna discard 1, 2, 3, 4, so I'll take 2. It says discard all creatures from a single cage in any player's cargo bay.
That's terrible. You mean
It
like
is.
this?
Yeah,
Okay.
just like that. Why do you laugh so much?
This is pretty funny.
Okay, it's your turn.
Alright, so I'm going to do my first action is play a crew member. He's the master builder. And he's going to build a glass enclosure with divider. And for my... So that was my action in my build. Now my discard and draw. I'm not going to discard anything, but I am going to draw 2 collection cards and keep 1.
Cool.
So let's see what we can do here. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna take that one. You're not looking, are you?
I'm not looking.
Alright, so this one is something I think I can accomplish. And I'm gonna shuffle this one back into the collection deck, and it's your turn.
Okay.
So I can actually start capturing some
I'm not going to
creatures.
take any actions.
No.
But I am going to build.
Okay.
I'm going to use all 3 of these guys for 6. I'm going to build this covered pen with erectable sonic barrier.
Nice.
So that's pretty much all I'm going to do.
I wish I could appropriate a cage like that from you.
What?
What? Who said what? I wish there was a way to do that.
Fine, take my cage. And then I guess I'll capture, maybe I have a 1. This thing could take 1 more small animal. What do we have up there? Nothing really. I don't want that weeping lizard.
Why?
He's awful.
Okay.
I don't think I want that.
Nope.
Yeah. Well, because the thing is, if you have animals in your cages, there's no way to... we have a max number of cages.
Yeah, like
right?
9. That's a lot of cages.
That is a lot of cages.
Yeah.
Alright, maybe I will use that one, and I'll take the stupid lizard.
Alright. We have a plaid zebra.
I've always wanted a plaid zebra.
He's an equine.
And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to also follow suit and do some collection cards. So
Okay.
I have
Take the
these
top 2. Alright.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna do
show them?
this one. Yeah. Can you see it? Okay. Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
Shuffle this back in. And you are good?
Yeah.
Refresh all your guys.
I'm good.
Alright, so actions. Let's see. I'm not going to take any actions because I don't want to be a dirty, dirty player. Which I could be a dirty, dirty player.
We can play that way.
But do you want to play that way?
Not really.
Okay. So there are cards that defend from those actions. I don't have anything to build.
I mean, you can. I'm just being difficult.
I don't have any builds. I don't have any actions. But I'm going to do some capturing this round. I think it's
Okay.
time. So I'm going to go ahead and go after this carnivore because he just looks cool. So that's a 4 and a 1 I need, right? So 4 and a 1 is 5.
Yeah.
So I'm going to capture my carnivore Isolate.
Why did you use that other crew member?
Oh, I don't have a large cage.
No.
Ooh, I used the wrong one. I didn't want to use that. Anyway.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I don't have a cage for him anyway.
Did you want to steal my cage?
I probably should.
You can. Why don't you do it?
Just to show how the mechanics work?
Yeah, because the thing is, we have...
Okay,
This
so
is how this works.
here's the action card. Appropriate. Take an empty cage from another player's cargo bay and put it in yours. Mm-hmm. All right,
Okay.
so I would play that. Now,
And
do you
now
have a reaction?
I have a reaction card. It's called Catch an Intruder. So I caught you
Ooh.
in... That's you
Yeah.
in that alien
That's
head.
me.
And I caught you in the act. When another player plays a card that affects your cargo bay, they must battle you. If they lose, the card has no effect. So we're gonna go
So I have
battle.
to battle you.
Yeah. So the way this works is we have a series of cards. We have the same exact hand of battle cards. I think we have like 3 worth 1 point, 2 worth 2 points, and then a 3-pointer, and then we have a decoy.
We do.
So we're trying to come up with what would you consider it? Like a not really a bet, but like a.
This is like you're really just
your standard kind of.
Like your normal battle card mechanics, where you secretly choose 2. You could bluff. You know, you're trying to. But once you use these cards, they're used, and you don't get them back until you've
used
all of your other cards.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you don't want to blow them all early. You kind of want to save your big ones for when it's really important.
Right.
But you know, it's your standard battle card flair. You know, similar to what Kemet I think has it.
Yeah.
Blood Rage has it. Scythe has it.
Yeah.
Like all of those like battle card mechanics. This is just straight up cards.
Yep.
The combat's very simple. Add them
Ready?
up. 3.
4.
Oh, you win. All right. Ties go
Alright.
to the attacker.
So we just put those battle cards, the ones we used, face up, and then
Yep.
the other ones.
So
just
they're
go
off to the side. You win. I don't get to steal your cage.
Yes, that goes in
there. Yep.
there.
So that was my one action. So my second action is. So that was good. It was a good demo.
Yeah, that was good. I got rid of that card on my hand. There are ways to mitigate. I mean, it's not.
There
the
are,
worst
yeah. So you're not always a victim. So I guess I'll have to capture some other stuff now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to capture. I'll use 2 capture points. I'm going to capture this Cyclops.
Cool.
And I'll put him in my glass cage. All right. And we replace it, and we have a Hellsteed. I think it's pretty cool. And I think I'm done.
Okay.
So that's all I wanted to do this round. Capture 1 creature. I'm gonna discard 1 card and draw up 4.
Okay.
All right, so that's that.
Okay.
And it is now your turn. All right, before you jump into your turn, though, let me go over the endgame conditions so people know what we're going for.
Okay.
The cargo bay is allowed to hold up to 10 cages and 1 alarm. So there's alarms in here you can equip, and that kind of messes up somebody attacking
It prevents
your.
somebody from taking.
Yeah, it's a little bit of security. So, so at 10 cages and 1 alarm, we're at max, right? The game ends when 1 player fills up their 9th cage and calls last round. Then the other player gets to go, and then it's over. So you don't necessarily have to call last round, but when you call last round, it's over. So that's it, and it's your turn.
My turn. Okay. All right. Oh, I was like, why don't I have any cards left?
Because you did not draw.
Why don't I have cards? I only have 4 cards. Oh, because I took the collection last time.
Exactly.
That's why. Okay. I'm not really ready to do that yet. I guess I could do this.
Oh, neat.
That's a 3. All right. I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna build this cage, just a regular old medium steel cage. I use 3 build points to do that. And then I'm going to capture some stuff. I'm going to take this flying pig, because he looks pretty cool.
All right.
And I'll put him in my brand new cage.
That's a medium cage.
Oh, you're right. Oh, darn it. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. So my ear eye allows me to rearrange creatures in my cages.
Yep.
So I'm gonna put this flesh-eating deer, who's a medium, in the medium cage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put my flying pig in my glass cage that has the divider, so that can take 2 small animals. So that's that. Build, captured, and I've got 2 left.
They're all more than 2. Oof.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I can't do it. Okay, that's fine.
All right.
So there's that. I'll refresh these guys. And
Assuming you're going to draw cards this time.
I've got 3. I'm gonna draw 3.
Okay, so action. Bring the action. I'm going to build, so I'll do 4, and 2 is 6 because I don't have any action cards. So I'm just going to right to build. I'm going to build this covered pen with erectable sonic barrier. And I'm going to start capturing some big animals, I think. So I'm going to go right for, I think, I like this Hellsteed. He's pretty cool. 4, 5, 6, 7.
He's only 5, yeah.
Why am I keep
getting all your numbers
so 3,
4, 5.
4, 5. And I'll capture this Hellsteed and put him in my large cage. Alright, so that's 1. What do I have left here? Not much that I can do. Can't capture anymore, so I think I'm gonna go and spend 2 more build points and equip an alarm
Okay.
in my cargo bay.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thanks.
Alright, so I have that. I'm gonna discard my other alarm.
Okay.
And I'm gonna draw up 3 more cards. And it is your turn.
Alright. I can finally do an action. Alright, how am I? I'm not very good on space over here.
Well, we're running out of space.
But we're in space.
We are in space.
How's that possible? Alright, so I have an exozoologist as well. He's a tiny little man. Action number 1, and alright, I'm gonna hold on to those. I think I'm gonna, what's out there?
A lot of creatures.
Cerebrus. A lot of like equines.
Cerberus.
A Cerberus?
Cerberus.
Who's Cerberus?
I don't know. Cerberus.
Alright, I'm going to build another cage. Methinks. So 2, 4, 5. I'm going to build the laser cage.
Alright, we're going to have to pull back a little bit.
Okay.
Alright, we've pulled back a little bit, so we have, at least we can grow down here. We're only going to need 10 cages down there. So.
Right, exactly. So I have like
you
another
probably scooch yours up a little bit.
Yeah, I'll take care of that when I refresh. So I have 5 capture points. And...
Oh, and you have a large cage.
I do. I'm trying to think if I want the Counivore. It's so weird. Or Cerberus.
Cerberus, seaworthy.
Cerberus.
Cerberus blunt.
Why are they all Cerberus?
I don't know.
I think I'll take him.
Okay.
I think I'll take him.
Yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Put him in there. That's not very non-committal. Alright, I'm gonna move these.
Diamond-crested peacock.
A diamond-encrusted peacock?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, it's diamond-crested, not encrusted.
Honestly, that's kind of gross, but... Alright, hold on. Hold your horses for a second.
I'm just looking.
I'm going to... keep these. I'm just gonna take these. What's that?
You trying to attack me already?
No, I'm not. Ugh. Alright.
Okay, this is my turn?
It is.
Eek. Alright, so I think I'm just going to use 1 crew. I'm not going to play any actions. I'm just going to build another cage. I'm going to discard, and I'm not going to hunt. I don't want any of these things. I'm going to discard 3 cards and draw 4.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. I'm having some really bad draws here.
I know, me too.
Ugh. Alright, here you go.
Okay.
Yeah, this is terrible. Oh, that's not bad.
And what do we have up here? We got nothing. But I like the Pygmy Dark Pegasus. He's cool.
Yeah, he is cool.
He's pretty neat.
There was a lot of points too.
I'm gonna do this.
I probably should have went after that.
What?
So I probably should have went after that one.
I'm gonna exhaust these 2 guys, and I'm gonna build another glass cage with a divider
Okay.
in it. And then I'm going to capture with these two. The pygmy dart Pegasus.
With the pygmy dart
Pegasus. And I'm going to put that
Pegasus.
in this cage.
Yeah, the
It's a
jackalope.
small- Oh wait,
The
this is a
jackalope.
small creature. I'm
It
going
is
to
a
put him in
small
my
creature.
flying pig and pygmy dart Pegasus. That makes sense,
Makes
right?
a lot of sense, I guess.
So I'll put those guys together. And
All right.
I've got, I used the 4 to get that. So I have 2 left. We do have the diamond crested peacock, which I do think I will grab as well
Okay.
for 2. And I'll put that in this
You're
cage.
just capturing all the
I
creatures.
gotta catch them all.
The hairy drillbeak.
The hairy drillbeak.
Who's Harry Drillbeak? Terrible.
I heard he's really sharp.
Yes, he is.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 cards.
I don't like any of these.
I don't like this. I'm getting rid of this.
Yeah.
This one, and I'm getting rid of. Yeah, I'm getting rid of these 2. No, I'm gonna get rid of these 2. I'll keep this one. Okay. Go. And I've got 3, so I'll take 1, 2, 3. Okay.
All right. Well, I can't really do much of anything here, so I think.
Where'd you put that Stampede card?
You know what I mean. Seriously.
You buried at the bottom of the
There's
deck.
more than one.
Yeah.
I just don't know what the problem is here.
Who shuffled this deck?
I don't know. So I'm going to use a card called Space Raiders. It's my action. So discard 1 of your crew members.
Uh-huh.
So I'll get rid of this clown here, the animal whisperer, who's going to be negative points.
Okay.
And I get to take a cage with 1 or more creatures from another player's cargo bay and put it in yours.
Okay. So I have a reaction.
Okay.
Catch an intruder.
So now we have to
do the
battle.
same thing. Yep.
Battle again?
Battle.
I don't like the way this is going.
No?
No.
Why not?
All right, here we go.
Alright.
You ready?
Yep. Tie.
Oh, tie. That's no good. So in battle, when there's a tie, they go to the attacker.
Yeah.
So I won.
You did. So what are you taking from me since I just got rid of all my take that cards?
Cerberus. That's all. Nothing big.
You don't take the whole thing. You take a cage with 1 or more creatures from a cargo bay and put it in yours. So you take the creature too?
Oh yeah.
That's cheap.
Just awesome.
I just got rid of my card that was exactly like that. I hope you know that.
I'm just showing mechanics here. It is nothing against you.
Yeah.
You know I hate playing these cards.
Right.
My second action will be to play another crew member. And my third trick is going to be capturing the jackalope, the elusive jackalope. And we have Grimm's Unicorn. Ooh, that's nice. That's worth a lot of points. All right, I'm going to get rid of 1, 2, 3 cards. And I'm going to draw up 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw too many. No, I didn't, actually. That was perfect. All right, it is your turn.
It is your turn.
It is your turn. Oh, Stampede. I drew the Stampede.
Okay, good. Take care of
So,
that, please.
Stampede gets rid of all of the animals.
Mm-hmm.
And we bring out 5 new ones. So what do we have? Vega's Viper. Sailfin Lizard. Why is there a cage card on there? Oh, that's not right. We have a Joker's Jackal. A Hairless Sheep.
Ew, that's weird.
And a Victorian Ostrich. That's
Strange.
very pretty. All right.
So pretty.
So pretty.
I don't like any of those animals.
Oh.
That's horrible. All right. Did you draw your additional card since you drew your Stampede
1,
card?
2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, I'm good now.
All right,
Ooh,
get rid of
this
this
one's pretty
Space
cool.
Raiders action card. All right. Action number 1. I am going to play this alien builder. I don't have any space. Can you move your alarm like somewhere else?
I'll just tuck it under here.
Since it goes on that cage, can you just...
Well, it goes on the whole cargo bay.
No, it just goes on that cage.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
You must be joking. Instead of... No, install on your cargo bay. This
What?
is a cargo
That's
bay
for the whole
alarm.
cargo
Yeah.
bay?
When another player plays an action that affects a cage or creature in your cargo bay.
What does it do?
We battle. It's like not having to have that...
Card.
The one that says, I caught you.
Oh, okay.
You know, like Catch an Intruder, the one with me on it, raising my hands.
Yeah.
The little alien.
All right, I have one more action.
Okay.
So, I will steal a creature. So we battle? No, because it doesn't affect your cargo bay, right? Well, I
Yeah,
guess
it is.
does.
You're
All right,
attacking my cargo, man.
so let's battle.
I don't like the way this is going down. At all.
What are you doing with all your battle cards over there?
They're all the ones I used.
Oh, okay.
I've got 2 left.
All right, ready?
3 left.
We'll pick 2.
Alright, go ahead. You win.
All right.
I put out
So
the
those
decoy.
go out. I get all these back.
Really?
Yep,
Why?
because I used mine.
Oh, you have nothing but your decoy left? Yep. Okay.
You shouldn't either, since we battled each other.
That's true. I only have,
Oh no, because you
I didn't
played your
use mine.
decoy.
Yeah, I
Yep.
played my decoy.
I didn't play my decoy, so I get to have all my things back. I'm taking my Cerebrus back.
That's just rude.
I'm putting it in this cage. So that was an action. That's my second action. For my third action, I am going to...
Hold on.
What? Not my third action.
If I lose by more than 1 point, I didn't. Okay. So then you discard the alarm.
I see. Okay. Okay, cool. So how do I want to do this here? What do I even have? I've got a large with a large, a medium, 2 smalls. So I need to build a cage. All right, I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna build this medium-sized cage. I have some stuff to build. I think I built this thing. I don't know if I want that Victorian ostrich.
Why?
I mean, he's kind of cool. I don't know.
He's perfect.
He's perfect?
Yeah.
You think?
Oh yeah, I'd say.
I guess I'll take him.
Yeah?
I suppose.
Okay.
So it's 3. I mean, I can just use that guy, I guess. What else do we have?
A new Phaedrax.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I don't have any more cage space, so. Alright, so I do these.
Yeah. And you draw.
And I definitely draw. 4. Okay.
Alright, so I'm not going to play any actions this turn. I'm just going to build. And I'm going to build, I need 4. There's 5 build points. I'm going to build another laser cage. And I'm going to pay 4 build points and build a glass enclosure with divider. Indeed. And I'll pay 1 capture point to get myself the hairless sheep. And I'll put him
That's so freaky.
in. He's medium, so he's going to take up the whole cage. That's terrible, but necessary, unfortunately. Oh, it's a liger.
A liger.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
a cross between a lion and a tiger.
I think I need that.
I hear they're bred for their magical properties. I only have 2 capture points left. What do I go for?
The
Nothing.
Joker's Jackal.
I'm going to discard 3 cards. And I'm going to draw up to 6. 1, 2. Oh, Stampede!
What?
It's a Stampede.
But I wanted that.
Oh, the Liger is now gone. He came out and he's off. Unfortunately. We have a Stalk-Eyed Wombat, a Boulder Tortoise, a Swamp Alligator, a Bifurcated Giraffe, and a Bumblebee Bat.
Wow.
Alright, so let me draw up 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, no more Stampedes.
No more Stampedes.
Refresh, and
All right.
it is your turn.
My turn?
Yep.
Finally.
I know. There's a lot going on there.
That was a lot. Okay.
Move some of my cages around here.
Okay.
Alright,
Alright, I'm going to appropriate.
it's appropriate. It
Take an
really
empty
is.
cage from another player and put it in your cargo ship.
Really?
In your cargo bay. Any item on this cage is discarded.
Now we're gonna have to fight.
Yep. Fight.
Alright. I can't believe you're stealing my cage. That's just rude.
Okay.
Yep, go. You win.
And I won by 2 points.
So my alarm is now destroyed.
Goodbye.
Alright, which empty cage would you like?
I would like...
Alright, fine, take it.
No. I want this empty cage.
Why are you taking my biggest cage?
That's my cage that you stole from me before.
Stop it.
I rightfully acquired it back. Alright, that was action number 1.
Alright.
Action number 2. I'm going to search the draw deck discard pile, and for any card, the draw deck.
That would be that one.
Yeah, I don't want that one. What I mean is, what I meant to say was, I'm gonna use a lure.
Okay.
Isn't that weird? Look at that trap right over top of that
Yeah,
thing.
it's like a hunk of
Search
meat.
creature deck for a creature and put it in the line of sight. Shuffle the creature deck.
Okay.
Oh, so you don't say shuffle the discard, you just look at these.
Yep, so you go through, find out which creature you'd like to bring out, and then we can shuffle that back up. So you're luring out a certain type of monster or creature.
Oh, that's weird. That's really odd.
Are you looking for something specific?
Perhaps. Oh, yes. Yes!
You
That's
found-
exactly what I want.
Okay. Let's make sure I get that back into my ship once you capture him
What?
or her.
Alright.
I gotta
Boom.
shuffle it. Let me shuffle.
Wait, I pulled this out.
I know,
It's in
now
the
I
line of
shuffled the
sight.
deck.
Okay.
Yeah, put him out there.
Okay.
So this is where we would
Just put that
have
up there at the
where we
top.
would have more than the 5.
Right, exactly.
The abominable tiger.
Right? Like, how cool is that?
Very cool.
So, those are my actions.
All right.
Now I have to build something. And I need 4 to get that, right? So, oh, I have like more than enough stuff. So, I'm going to do that, and that.
That's 6.
And I'm going to build another covered pen with erectable sonic barrier.
Okay.
And then I'm going to play these ones and get my abdominal tiger.
The abdominal.
He's got abs of
He's got. He does abs of steel.
And I'm gonna put him. I guess I'll put him in my laser cage. Like that.
All right.
And then I have 1 more point, and I don't really want a bumblebee bat. So
You don't want a bumblebee bat?
I don't really want a bumblebee bat.
Okay.
Bumblebee bat.
Hmm.
Okay, so put these back up.
All right.
And
so-
hold on a second.
Oh.
It's not your turn yet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right, now it's your turn.
All right. You sure? I can go now.
Yeah.
Can I take my cage back?
No.
Why?
You can try.
But it's appropriate.
Is it appropriate?
It is appropriate
Oh.
for me to get my cage back.
My cage that you stole.
Yeah. I'm taking it back. I'm
Okay.
taking it all back.
What does that mean?
I'm taking all my stuff back.
Okay.
All your stuff are.
You're not
belong to me
taking
now.
the cage that I just.
I'm only allowed to take the empty cage.
Right. So you're taking my cool cage that I just built
Cool cage.
because that's the only one that's empty.
All the cool kids are talking about it.
Okay. We don't have to battle.
Oh yeah, you don't have a.
Yeah, I don't have a
defense
reaction card.
All right, so I just appropriated it.
Okay.
All right, that's my first action.
How does it feel to be a thief?
It feels pretty good.
Yeah.
I guess you could say it's pretty serious. Now, well, I wasn't really a thief.
Well, you kind of were.
Now, this
'Cause you
card,
stole
if I
it?
played this card, I'm a thief.
Okay.
Because this card's actually called Steal.
Okay.
No, but I'm not going to play that because it's way too dirty.
Okay. I threw away all my dirty cards.
I know you
because I don't
did.
play that way.
I know. So, I'm going to go in. Do I want to build? Yeah. So, I'll build. So, I'll use this Space Survivalist. What's cool about her is that she can build and capture in the same turn. So, she can spend her 1 build point to build, but she can still capture if I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to use. I'll just use this. I'll use my Huntsman to bring in the Boulder Tortoise. And I'm going to capture. This is a large creature.
He's even bolder than the last one.
He's pretty bold. So I'm going to put him here. And there you go. I've got him. And what is it? Oh, 800. That's the 800-pound gorilla.
800-pound gorilla.
Yeah. And it's a silverback. What am I going to do with something? I don't even think I can. I could cage that, but I don't know if I even want that. It's from the planet Sylvestra.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so I'm not going to capture any more. I'm really going for specific things. Maybe I'll just capture one more. Maybe I'll capture this guy, this stalk-eyed wombat, for 2, and I'll put him in my little small cage there. I'll bring out, what is this? Oh, the pink elephant.
He's back.
He is back.
Was he out this time?
No, he wasn't out this game. He was out the last game we played.
Okay.
All right, well.
Okay. Well, what?
Well, I'm done. So I'm going to discard 3 cards.
Okay.
And I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, and Stampede! Why am I always the one drawing the Stampede?
You're way too excited about that.
I know.
You always draw the stampedes.
I do.
Because you shuffle the deck.
Ooh, a tortoiseshell cat. That's
What?
weird.
That's awesome.
Razor wing. Babe.
Babe.
A manticore. That's pretty cool. And we have a browed bear. Not a
He's
brown
so
bear.
proud.
He is. He's so proud. I'm so proud of you. I get one more card.
Okay.
And it's not another Stampede. Good.
Okay, good.
All right.
Wow. Okay. My
Yeah,
turn?
Yeah, your go. It's
Jeez.
crazy. So
Why do your
much-
turns feel like they take forever?
So my turns?
Yeah.
They don't.
It feels like that way, though.
Oh. It's because you're so anxious to get your next move on.
I know.
So what do I have here? It's filled cage.
I don't like this at all.
4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, we're getting close. You have how many filled?
8.
Wow, you're 1 away.
Huh?
Dang, this ain't good. I'm not ready yet.
You're not ready yet?
No.
Well,
I'm not
you better
ready.
get ready.
All right, you get ready.
All right, so I'm going to say 2, 4, 6. I'm going to build another
Oh.
covered pen with erectable sonic barrier. Don't look at your cards like
What?
that.
I'm just seeing.
You're like, I want that. I can't get anything on my own.
What?
I'll take it all from you. Built that. Now I'm going to capture some stuff.
Okay.
I'm going to capture. Wow, what do we have? A manticore?
Ooh.
That's cool.
That's big points. Why is it worth so many points?
I don't know. For a medium? Or I could take razor wing. That's cool.
That's another big point. Huh.
Or the brown bear.
Brown bear.
The browed
Brown.
bear.
He's proud.
He's so proud.
All right.
I think I'll take the manticore. I'll just go 3, 4, 5.
All right.
Manticore.
Manticore. Manticore. And the rolling turtle.
The rolling, that's like my favorite. He rolls.
He does roll.
That's awesome. This is how he rolls. Hold on a second. I am going to get rid of that. And I think. Huh. Interesting. I'm gonna get rid of this guy, and I'm gonna get rid of this guy. And so I'll draw 3.
Oh,
What?
that's pretty cool. Like when you put locks on your cage, right? That's not an alarm. When you put a lock on your cage, it can't be affected by steal or release.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so you can put, on all your stuff. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I have a question.
Yeah.
So I have 9 cages out now.
Yeah.
Can I call the end of the game?
You can call a game.
All right, let's call it.
Say last round.
Last round.
All right, you just triggered the last round.
Okay. I don't know if that was a good idea or not, but
I don't know either.
I did
but
it.
Now I get this turn and it's over.
Okay.
So I need to make all the magic happen. So I'm not gonna play any action cards. But I am going to maybe build.
Okay.
Definitely going to capture some stuff though. Yeah, so let me go ahead and build this large cage for 5.
Oh, I should have
4.
kept going. Can I take that back?
And 5, but she doesn't go, no, you already said last round.
Can I take it out?
Like, what are you doing? No, take it out. That's it, we're good. So I'm going to use my exozoologist.
I just love playing this game.
to capture the tortoiseshell cat, and that goes in my small cage.
Okay.
Right? And we have a sonic fox.
I just feel like I jumped the gun a little
You
bit.
did. You got a little excited,
I
but
got
that's
a little
okay.
excited, but I could have kept going.
With my next move, I'm going to use my space survivalist to capture the rolling turtle, and I'm going to put it in this cage.
Okay.
And a spitting ibis. Ooh, okay, so I've got how many more to capture with? 4, 2, 4, and I'll capture the razor wing. Put him in this cage. And I've got 1 more cage left.
You want a puff duck?
Puff duck.
Well, you only have 2 capture points left, right?
Yeah.
So what are you going to take?
There's only 2 small creatures I can take, and I have no cages for them. All right, that's it.
Okay.
Done.
Done. I could have kept going.
You could have.
Yeah.
You didn't want to.
Oh well, that's okay.
All right, let's.
Just for illustrative purposes.
Illustrative purposes
Right.
only. So let's clear all this up, and we'll
Score it up.
Get up for scoring. All right, on that last round, I realized that I built an 11th cage, so that's illegal. I can only build 10. So good thing I didn't fill it.
Yep.
So no harm, no foul.
See, so it was about to end anyway.
It was about to
I
end.
still could have
anyway.
built 1 more cage and taken some more animals.
Yeah, because I could have called last round, and you would have
Yeah.
got another turn.
Yeah. Oh well.
Or would you have? Because do you end the round? I think the other players get to go.
Yeah, the other players get to go.
All right, pull your collection cards out. Let's see what
Okay.
you had.
All right. I have. Do you want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
I have Cat House.
have
Capture
a cat
3
house.
or more felines.
Oh, cool.
And I have Sylvestra. Capture 3 or more creatures from Sylvestra.
The 800-pound gorilla was from Sylvestra.
He was, yeah.
And they stampeded right off.
I did. He stampeded right off the board.
That's a shame. All right.
Yeah.
I had Prairie, so I had to capture 3 or more creatures from Prairie. And Armory, I had to capture 3 or more armored creatures.
Oh, that's cool.
And they were all turtles.
Yeah.
And they didn't come out till like the last 3
end,
rounds.
I know, yeah.
Not one. So
I know. Did you meet your
I did.
things? I did too.
So we'll see. Those might be off screen, just barely.
Yeah, I think so.
So basically, what you do is we add up all of the creature cards. So add up all the points from all of the creatures you captured first, right?
Okay.
In your cargo bay. So they're all listed on the bottom, and I don't know if I have more than 1 in each cage. I don't think I do. You might have more
I
than
do.
1 in each cage. You did like double ups.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm thinking.
probably organize these.
Can we take these off of the cages, or it doesn't matter?
Yeah, you know what? They're all captured. So let's just do
Right.
that. So grab all your creatures. We
We're
know
going
that.
back to home base here.
Yeah, we know it's legal. We've taken them back to the port.
Yeah.
We've got all our cages emptied.
And none of our goals have anything to do with our cages.
Nope. And then we can really set up for scoring, right? In stacks of 10, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
But you're gonna want to keep an eye on what you have, because you need to make sure you can make your set.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can.
10, 4, 7, 11, 12, 13, 10, 20, 33.
45.
All right, so 33, you have 45. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And next, we add up any bonus points we got for creatures. So I had to capture 3 or more creatures from Prairie, and I get 5 points per creature.
Okay.
For 3 or more.
Okay. So what do you have?
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures.
Okay.
So it's 30 more points for me.
Okay. What about your other one?
So the other one was capture 3 or more armored creatures, and I know I only got 3 of them.
You only have 3.
Rolling total, the boulder tortoise and the tortoise shell cat, and that was 21 points.
Okay.
I don't think there's a lot of shelled creatures in the game.
No, I don't think so.
At least it didn't seem that way.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you looking at?
Okay, so I don't think these score for anything. So I have, for my cat house, I had to get 3 or more felines, so I got 3, and I get 6 per creature.
So bring those over.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, bring those over here. So
I have my manicore, my abominable tiger, and my cabbit.
And your cabbit.
So weird.
The liger would have been an awesome addition to that collection.
So I get 18 for those.
Okay.
And then I have 5 points for all my Sylvestras, and I needed 3, but I have 5, so I get 25 for that.
Very nice. Where does that put you?
6, 7, 8. 84 to 98.
Wow. Who won?
I did.
Close.
That was good. That was close.
That was a close one.
There was in the last round there was another like cat animal out I could have gotten, and I think it was from Sylvestra. So
there were definitely a lot of prairie animals that I didn't grab, and I probably should have scooped up.
I got some.
The thing is, your cages fill up so fast.
They do. Yeah, you really have to make sure. But let's talk about.
Let's talk about that. All right, so there you have it, Xenofera.
You were a good huntsman.
I was, and you were a better huntswoman.
Yeah, it's because I didn't steal.
You didn't. Well, you did steal a little bit.
A little bit. I only stole back what you stole from me.
Oh, is that how it is?
That's how it works.
All right.
Anyway, all things considered, we did a good job.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, let's talk about it.
Okay.
Let's. We've played this a few times. What do you think from a replayability standpoint?
I think it has quite good replayability.
I think so too.
And that goes like what we always say. If it's quick and it's fun,
yes,
it's replayable.
Absolutely.
Like that's it. I mean,
yeah.
you get what you expect out of it, and I think that it scales to 15 minutes per player roughly.
Yeah.
So with 2, you can get in and out of the game of this in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's cool because you don't know what
collection
you're going to get. So what cards are you going to get, and what goals are you going to get. You can get additional ones if you're feeling a little saucy in the game and you want to push your luck a little bit.
Yeah.
But it does change the way you play depending on the goal you get.
So this is one of those ones where you actually do get kind of a different game experience every time you play.
Yeah.
Where you might be trying to build up like crew or bigger cages or a lot of cages to try to catch a lot of different stuff.
Right, and maybe certain traits favor smaller animals, so you need a lot more small cages. Where other ones favor the bigger animals, so you need bigger cages. So it changes it up.
Cool.
So good replayability.
What about weight?
This is a very light game.
It's very light, actually.
Very light.
Yeah.
It was unexpectedly light.
Huh?
I was, when you see that many cards, you kind of get a little like, ooh, there's going to be some crazy iconography or just like crazy, combo triggers on all the cards. But it's not like that. All it's kind of cut out of it, and it's really very straightforward. The cards and the actions on your turn are very. This is what it is, and here's the action. Do it. The combats. Here's your cards. Turn them over.
Exactly.
It's really. It really cuts all of that other complexity out of it, which makes it super light.
I was going to say, I wouldn't go as far as say it's like super, super light, but it's definitely light in the organization of the mechanics and things like that, like you just described. But a little bit heavy enough that it's still enjoyable if you like some strategy.
Correct.
So
I agree with that.
Do you concur?
I concur.
Okay. How about the components? Now, these were prototype components, but we always have to talk about it.
No, I think we kind of differed on opinion on that. You weren't a super huge fan of the art, right?
Yeah, the thing is, for prototype components, I like the card quality and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I wasn't a super fan of the art, but that's my taste.
And you didn't like the fonts.
Yeah, he always picks on me, like makes fun of me because I get on typography.
You're like, no Comic Sans.
Band comics
yeah,
fans.
no, there's
No.
wow. Did you know that was in
I was like, they
Helvetica?
use like a Mars font. Like it doesn't. I don't know.
Like, but it's
It
a
just wasn't appealing to me, and
space-themed
he's
game.
Like, I really like it because it's space themed, and I was like, I get that. I get it. But I don't know.
Worked
I wasn't
for
sold
me.
on it, but it didn't break the game. Obviously, I love the game, so.
Yeah, I thought the font fit.
But I have to be, you know.
I
I
thought
gotta tell you if I like it or not.
I like that art style.
Yeah, I know.
You know, it's like comic-y almost,
Yeah, I guess.
and that suits me.
Yeah.
So I like it. I was
like
a fan.
stuff clean.
Yeah, you're more like the very clean,
Put it in a white box.
crisp. Yeah,
Nice clean typography, and I'm good.
But then every game would look the same.
They would.
Every game would look like Tokaido. You know, just like
Yeah.
clean white.
Well, I don't know, because I think that like we've seen some other games like of the same style, kind of. I feel like done in a very clean way too. But
Right, but
this is totally personal.
this theme doesn't speak to that. This is
I know.
space.
It is space.
It's so cool.
It's so cool.
Yeah, and it was just, I mean, everything about it, you know, said
Yeah.
space, and I thought that was awesome.
Yep.
So, big fan.
I did like, however, I mean, the thought and the creativeness, I guess, that went into developing the animals was really cool.
Yeah.
And I attribute that to art, for sure. I mean, we'll
Yeah.
talk about theme in a minute, but, you know, that was kind of cool, how they had these, like, really weird, freaky animals on
Yeah,
there.
it was
which
very cool. Very cool.
neat.
They
Alright.
felt alien.
they did. They really did. All right, so let's talk about theme.
And that rolls right into theme. Yeah, I think the theme was great.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, I'm kind of swayed by space. It just happens. Automatic, so it's already up here when
like
it's
your
space. Yes, I do. I like space. I do like my space, but you know, the theme, like, you know, capturing, you know, getting cages, building a crew, getting your cages, and capturing creatures.
Right.
Like the whole premise of it worked
Yeah.
for me. Like I felt like I was
I
hunting
think so
animals.
too. The theme definitely carried out through all of the components.
Right.
Like you probably noticed, like you have animal or aliens that are like alien builder, and then you have alien, you know, animal searcher or something.
Animal whisperer.
Animal whisperer.
Alien whisperer. Yeah.
Yeah. So some were good for certain things, others, you know, other things, and it was neat to be able to, okay, what do I want to use this guy for? Almost in like a worker placement kind of way. So you're not placing anybody.
Right, yeah, you're just using
exhausting
them as sort of your resources,
Right,
right?
right.
You're building a resource
It was
pool of hunt points versus
Yeah.
build points, and you've got to
Right.
balance that. All right, do I want to build more cages or do more hunting this turn? So that was cool. I think, you know, definitely the Stampede's cool, how it refreshes them.
Yes.
I thought that's good. It's just, you know, I just wish there was a little bit more of a way to get more animals refreshed more often.
Yeah,
you know?
I would
Like-
agree with that.
like
Yeah.
a card or maybe like an event outside of
Right.
Stampede, which I'm sure like that's the only immediate card in the deck, which
Right.
I'm sure at some point more are going to be added to the game,
Right,
maybe through an
exactly.
expansion or whatever. But I think the expandability in this, you know, based on the theme, is
Incredibly.
you know, incredibly high. So you can put just about anything that you can make, like global events that happen,
Right,
like
right.
certain animals can't be caught, or day-night cycles, so like
Right.
certain animals can be caught at night. Who knows? I don't know. You get nuts with it, but I think in its core,
As it is, it's good.
As its core set, it's very fun.
Yeah,
and the
theme's cool.
theme is great.
Yeah, you do feel like you're like a hunter.
I did. I felt like a hunter.
You've got like my goal. I'm like, all right, this time I go out,
Yeah.
I have to do this.
Yeah, I love a game.
Like every time you play, you're like, all right, this is my goal.
you need
Yeah, it's cool.
need the goals. Like that really sets the
drives
stage for
it.
it. Drives
Yeah.
the whole game, and the whole experience
Yeah.
is what goal you get.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
All right. So what about fun factor?
It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of
A
fun.
lot of fun. Yeah.
So I said at the end of the game, I was like, well, I finished it because I knew I had met my goals, and I didn't want you to like take more turns and stuff.
Right.
So I was
Well,
like,
you did
or
the right
take more
thing.
cages and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like so worried about that.
You did the
So
right
I
thing.
called it, even though I could have kept going, and I wanted to keep going because I didn't want the game to be over. It was too fun.
Yeah. You wanted to
But-
keep hunting.
Yeah, I did.
But I had just filled up my ninth
Right.
cage, my 10th cage even.
yeah. and
So
you built your
I
own
would have
medicine.
ended it
Yeah, you
right
would've.
there. And I knew when you did end it, there were 2 shelled creatures out there that I needed.
Yes.
So I knew I had enough to get both of them,
Right.
and I was like completely fine with you ending it at that point.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have ended it myself.
Right. Okay. Cool. Setup.
Setup, yeah, that's this one's probably a good 5+ minutes
Yeah.
setup, 5 to 10 minutes depending, because you've
Right.
got you saw in the beginning where there's a whole lot of, you know, pulling certain cards out of this massive 100+ card
Right.
deck, and then dealing them out, and then shuffling the rest back in, and then dealing more out. So there's a lot of setup, not a crazy amount, but more than you normally have with certain,
Right.
you know, with lighter games, but again,
But it's all cards.
It's within 5 to 10 minutes you'll be set up, so it's all cards.
And it's all cards.
Yeah, it's cleanly labeled. There's not that many decks, so it's really not that bad.
One thing we didn't talk about that for some reason I'm thinking about now in setup that I didn't think about in components is that it comes, and I don't know what the box is going to look like when it's all done.
Right.
But it is a pretty small box. I mean, everything's very clean as far as all the cards, fit in there and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know if maybe they would do like dividers or something within that box or not.
Yeah, maybe you don't even need them. It's only because there's only like 4 decks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's not that much.
I mean, this would fit in a box smaller than paperback.
Oh yeah, we have the box.
Yeah, the box right there.
Small.
It's smaller than the box you would if you have paperback. Paperback's actually almost twice the size of this box.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
It's very small.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, cool. Audience, who's this for?
This is for
space lovers, card game lovers, set collection lovers. Yeah.
Like, I think if you could play like Uno, you could probably play this game.
Yeah, probably.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I mean, there's a lot more strategy than Uno, I think, but
I think if you have the skills to play a card game like Uno, this would be a much better game to play than.
And as much as we don't, I mean, I don't like the take that kind of thing or whatever. There is enough of that in here that folks that do like those kind of battle style, games or games that have that mechanism. Yeah. This will satisfy them.
Oh, sure.
And you have so many ways to mitigate as well that the stealing isn't so bad.
But it's not all take that.
Yeah, it's not.
Like the grave one, a family plot.
The
family plot was just all take that. That game was take that out of the box. Where this is
take that out of the box.
Yeah, you take that out of the box. This was like this was a whole game with elements that were take that, but they were thematically take that. Like I'm gonna steal from your cargo bay, and you've got alarms set up to stop me, and we're gonna fight it out. Because we're competing. We're like space hunters.
Well, we're in a tournament. So we're trying to screw each other over.
It all goes back to the theme.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Do you have anything else to say about it?
No, I think I was pleasantly surprised with this one. I was very happy. You actually were I really like this game.
Very, very pleasantly surprised because I didn't really know what to expect. But it wasn't one of those ones that was like on my radar.
And you don't even like space games, which is funny.
Well, it's not that I don't like space games.
Really?
It's just that.
What's the last one we played?
Well, I love Terraforming Mars. That was total space.
Yeah, but that wasn't like sci-fi.
Yeah.
That was like.
Yeah, no.
Pseudo-realistic
space.
The thing is,
I have a hard time grasping like real like fantasy like creatures and like things like that.
Sci-fi.
I like normal life stuff. Games, but
But you could wrap anything in a euro.
You could wrap
and you'll play it and be like, I love it. But so this is the first non-euro space game
that I really enjoyed.
That you really enjoyed, and you actually enjoyed the theme of it, which is that says a lot in my opinion.
Absolutely.
So this is still on Kickstarter as of right now. During this taping, there are 12 days left. It is almost at its goal. I believe it's at least 66.6% there.
Yeah.
With 12 days, it should be. I'd love to see this one go through, honestly, because it's really, really good. And it's very simple. You know what I mean? It's not an overcomplicated, just bloated mess of a card game. It's very clean, very straightforward. Collect your sets, have fun. 15 minutes per player.
And then take it out and play again.
Yeah. So I said go for it if you're into it. You know what I mean? Go at least at the very least go check out the campaign.
Right.
Yeah, that's all I can say because we enjoyed it a lot.
Yep.
So with that, thank you, Liz Gatra.
Yes, thank you
for sending us the prototype copy for us to be able to film it and show everybody. And like I said before, go ahead and check it out on Kickstarter. And if you haven't done so yet, and I don't know why you haven't, please subscribe.
Please.
We will see you next time, and thanks for watching.
Thank you.